people of YouTube. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you're new, click like, subscribe, follow for more information. I'm doing readings for the signs, but also channeling messages from the spirit. I don't assign a name to them. Humans like to categorize, they like to file things, they like to just pinpoint an exact thing. I work with this group, and I feel like it is infinite intelligence. I feel like it's more than just my guides, because there's a whole slew of entities out here, and whoever comes through as the stronger voice, I guess, would be depending on what the message is going to be about, how it has to be articulated. However, when I'm doing messages like I'm doing today, they come through as a whole. They come through, which is why I call them the collective, because it's not just it's not just one entity that is speaking. It's the energy as a whole. I feel like it is coming from the universe, from you can call them angels, you can call them higher beings, you can call them divine energies, whatever it is, however it is that you want to define it, that is up to you. My experience has been that I don't try to quantify it. I don't try to interrogate it. I feel like as long as the message that is coming through is accurate, that is all that I'm really concerned about. I've been doing this for over 30 years now, and when I channel information like this, whether you call it channeling or allowing them to come through, I am just a vessel. When they decide that they're going to come through, they come through. A lot of people say, well, you said this, you said that. I'm like, no. No, you asked the question and they answered. So a lot of times when I'm doing a reading for somebody, the words that come out of my voice, that come out of my mouth, become we, which is how we know that, like, we that are here on the planet, which is how we know that it is not coming from me, from this entity here. And mainly I feel like I am a part of that group. I just feel so connected that they are always present with me. So they guide me. Without them, I feel like I would be blind. I don't know how other people get through life. Not that my life is perfect or anything like that. However, it's definitely been a blessing. So So we want to welcome you all here today. We have been here from the beginning. We have been with Edward from the beginning. He has come to this planet to be able to do this for you. This is not something that he is doing for us. It is something that is his gift for the world. We were having a conversation earlier about how we were going to present this video today, because even though there are other videos on this channel, our connection with him has been growing and changing because his energy is growing and changing. The more he evolves psychically, for lack of a better expression, we think that most people who are tuning in will understand that way of approaching this phenomenon. He has been doing his part to become more open to us so that we can come through more clearly. So the message that we want to bring through today is about the changes that are happening with the world, on the world, the planet, the people, what you might call the intergalactic frequencies, the energies, the entities that are coming to the earth as the earth is waking up. This planet has been in existence for a long time. However, the planet, the people here, the evolution has not really been ready for us. We have guided you a little bit, basically nudging you so that the whole species does not simply perish. Over a period of time, we have been more active in the society that you would call the people of Earth, only because the people of Earth have been asking about us. The people of Earth, the ones who you would call sensitive, you call them psychics, you call them mediums, whatever label you want to put on them. We don't really work with labels the way that you do. And because this message is going out to so many, we really don't want to limit the information that is coming through by way of labels. So, we are here because, as we said, you have been asking for us to hear you, to listen to you. You're asking, a lot of people begging for help, a lot of people begging for change on the planet. So we have heard we would call it the frequency, not necessarily the words that have been expressed. However, we have been made aware of the frequency of the planet, that the frequency of this planet is changing. It is becoming of a higher vibration. In some places, the vibration is higher. It's calling in a clearer vibration. We're trying to make the words clear, to be understood more clearly, because we don't want the words that are coming through to be misinterpreted. If you look at the planet, there's a whole group over here, and you might call this group people who are culturally the same. And because there are so many people that have a similar vibration, the way that they speak, the way that they pray, the way that they reach out is similar. It has a vibration over here. But then on this side of the planet, there is another vibration. They are asking for the same thing, for help, for guidance, for to be alleviated of the pain. However, the culture on this side of your planet is different. So the understanding on this side of the planet of what is out in space, of what is in heaven, what they would call their deities, there's less information, or there's less understanding, there's less evolution about how to understand what is happening at higher vibrations. And that we just want to be very, very clear that because this cycle of evolution and the cycle of evolution over here on what you would call a spiritual level, just because they are different does not make one better or worse. Because it's the same thing, you can call it about temperature. I mean, temperature is just temperature. There's hot on one end, there's cold on the other. One is not better or worse than the other. It's just a spectrum. So you can classify it as education from what you would call like first grade to 12th grade. If somebody has an understanding at first grade level, somebody has an education at a 12th grade level, or some people have an elevation on more of a college on a doctorate level, it does not make one better or worse. It is simply how evolved. So the pain that is being asked to be alleviated, it can come across to the humans on this planet as physical pain. However, it is really simply growing pains. The people over here are growing in the way that they are growing, and it may appear awkward to the people over here. However, what is happening over here appears awkward to the people on this side of the planet. So it's just, things are different. The same way that one culture doesn't understand another culture. It's basically a language barrier. The way that they express each other is simply different. One is not better or worse. People are asking to be alleviated of their pain. The only pain that is happening is your resistance to growth, to spiritual evolution, to be able to evolve as a race. You have decided to be in a physical body. The people that we are traveling with at the present time do not require a physical body. We can travel at the speed of thought from one end of the universe to the other end of the universe. We hear the vibration that matches us, and we travel to where that vibration is, and we provide help, nurturance, not nurturing in the essence of food, but essence of lifting you up, raising your vibration. You're reaching out to infinite intelligence. You're reaching out, asking, what is the next step? Where are we going to? How do we make this world better? How do we learn to get along? How do we How do we stop this experience on the planet from happening? How do we create more of this? What's going to happen with the natural resources on this planet? What's going to happen with the governments? What's going to happen with the children? What's going to happen? Feed the whales. What's going to happen? Rainforests. What's going to happen? All of these things that everybody is worried about. If people on this planet could understand their own ability to heal, to let go of resistance, they would evolve. The pain that is being felt on this planet, the worry that is happening on this planet, it would not be existing. There is always going to be evolution. The people on the planet are evolving. The plants and trees and the vegetation, it is evolving. The animals on this planet are evolving. It may take time for this cycle of evolution. However, as you evolve, the resources that you require will also evolve. You can go from fossil fuels to, coal or gas or electricity, but there are also other fuel sources that have yet to be discovered. So we're not saying to you to just use whatever in a greedy, nonchalant sort of way, but we are saying do not worry about things running out either. When you have this, and many of you understand this terminology, when you have what you would call scarcity mentality, then you create a lack of. When you have this scarcity mentality, you slow down your evolution. Evolution does not stop, but it can slow down to a pace where you can feel stuck. It really is just a matter of what are you using to measure the evolution. Are you measuring things in miles per hour? Are you measuring things in what you would call like baby steps? Are you measuring things in what you would call millimeters per minute? Like, how are you measuring things? If you could go to the micro level, you would still see movement. we want you to be aware that we are here now, that we cannot stop this planet from blowing up. We cannot stop the people here on this planet from blowing it up. However, what you have to be aware of is that there are very few people on your planet who wish to blow the world up. There are certain people, and this is in relative terminology, right? For example, if you had 1,000,000 people, you might have 500 who are prophesying the end of the world, the doom and gloom. Jesus is coming, Allah is coming, whoever is coming, and we can tell you that that is not true. We're not telling you that nobody is coming, because there are always teachers on this planet. Jesus was a teacher, Allah was a teacher, Buddha was a teacher. There are always teachers on this planet. At the present time, there are 10 of what you would call holy leaders, which does not make these people better than other people. They just have a higher vibration. They are more in touch with the higher vibrations of the planet. And because they radiate, for lack of a better expression, because their vibration is as intense as it is, they cause a higher vibration to the people who are around them. And so this is why this planet is not going to be blown up. This is why this planet is not ending in doom and gloom and all of that. It would be really good if people on this planet could actually hear that. Because the more you worry about things ending, the more you're creating pain and chaos in your life. You're not really creating chaos and doom for people on the other side of the planet, but there is an expression, what you put out is what you get back. So if you are looking for doom and gloom, then you will certainly find that. However, there are people who are on a higher vibrational path, and those people we would call it, they will ascend. Their vibration will be lifted. And you can call it a new timeline. You can call it 5D. You can call it whatever it is that you want to call it. However, when you are sending out a higher vibration and looking for better things to happen, when you are looking for love to happen, when you are looking for a higher spiritual vibration, you will find that. And if you, that is what you are looking for, if that is what your focus is all about, then you are not going to see the pain. You're not going to see what humans have this word called evil. One person hurting another person, groups of people hurting other people. If you are looking for a better experience, if you are looking for an experience of abundance, if you are looking for an experience of love, then that is what you are going to find, and you will not see this other, you will not see these other experiences. So this is something that is going to take time. However, you can call it being in a different dimension. And if you're in one dimension, if you are a slight frequency out of balance, or out of, we don't want to call it balance. However, if one person is at this frequency and another person is at this frequency, then they're operating at a higher frequency, and then that increases, and these two beings will begin to not see each other. You can still be roaming around on the same planet, however, you're not going to see each other. It's the same way that you would call them ghosts, you would call them whatever words you want to call them. However, there are people on this planet who are moving in this direction. And we will say that it is possible for, we will say that it is possible for everyone. However, that does not necessarily make it probable for everyone. In order for it to happen, it is required that you change your thought process. It is required for you to change your reaction, or to not react to the things that you would perceive as being negative. And the things that you perceive as being negative can really just be things that you do not understand. And just because you don't understand it does not mean that it is right or wrong or good or bad. Those words imply a morality. And your morality and their morality could be very different, and that does not necessarily make one thing right or wrong. It is just what you are choosing to experience while you are here on this planet. So it is really up to you to decide what it is that you want to have happen for you, to you, about you, while you are here. So we have much more that we want to say to you, to impart to you. However, at the present time, we think that it is a good idea for us to stop for now, to allow you to digest the information that is being given to you at the present time. And remember, we are not going anywhere. You are not going anywhere. Even if your body so it's called like dies, your spirit is still here. Your spirit is still being connected to us. We will still be with you. If you die, you can still be connected. There will still be a level of ascension that happens. And so you don't have to worry about anybody that is dying or that has died. There is not really a place called hell. When somebody dies, they may, if somebody believes in that place or that philosophy, they may very well have that fear as they're passing, and their brain, their mind may try to have that kind of experience. However, because that is not a real thing, the adjustment will take place very, very quickly. Milliseconds. In the scheme of things, it's a very, very short period of time before you adjust and then have the understanding that the pain that was on this, that you had while you were on this planet, is not required, and you will let that go. So Edward usually says good luck with all of that. However, luck is not needed. However, it is important for you to have an open mind, to be open to the experience, to the vibration of love. We're not talking about love in terms of if you are open to love, then you will have a relationship with somebody in terms of like a life partner. However, if you're open to the vibration of love, then you will be able to come together more in your own group, in your own collective, and you will find somebody that you are compatible with because your vibration is lifting, your vibration is becoming less fearful, and as you call it, the walls that you have will come down and allow you to be more open to receiving love, so you will draw somebody to you. And because you don't have the walls, somebody else will become appealing to you, and so relationships like that can happen no matter what age you are, no matter where you are living, no matter what your social economic background is, because in the scheme of things, none of that matters. So we bid you adieu. And we will say, may you understand that you are blessed. Take care of yourself. Be good to each other. So be it. It always weirds me out when they take my glasses off. It's one of the reasons I don't wear a watch. I used to wear a watch, and then whenever I was doing a reading, Spirit would take the watch off, and then I would lose my watch. So they don't like being bound by time, by whatever. Anyway, I don't always know exactly what is going to come out. Well, I never know what's going to act. I never know what is going to come out. Sometimes I have an idea. I knew that it was going to be something big, and sometimes I get afraid because I get concerned about if there's going to be a backlash, if there's going to be whatever. However, my job while I am here is to be open to receiving. Happy 44 minutes, 48 seconds, 4448. So we just noticed that on the clock, on the timer. So anyway, I am the messenger, or I am not the messenger. I am the vessel for the messenger. They come through They come through me. They are of a higher vibration, and that's how I roll. So, as I say, good luck with all of that. If you like what you heard, if you want to know more, click subscribe, leave a comment, let us know if there's something else that you want to find out about. I did recently do a reading for the sign of Aries, and then Taurus, and then Gemini, and then Cancer. I will be doing a reading soon, within the next 24 hours, probably for the sign of Leo, moving through the zodiac. These are general readings. Take what resonates with you, as they say, and leave the rest for whoever it is that's here. So, have a good night, and you're going to be fine. Spirit says you're going to be fine if you allow yourself to be fine. So, it's somewhere around 10 o'clock probably. I don't really keep track of time. So, for where I am, have a good night, have a good day, have a good afternoon, whenever you get this message. That's what we're doing here. So, be well.